About a year ago. Sorry. I had meant to go to the rest of the home. I think that was 2 years ago. That's right. You'll soon find out. You know, I'm thinking about a year ago with man Wates. What's he called? That's right. That's true. Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Howdy, dear. Coming down on the water.
Lights. Check 1, 2. Okay, we're going to get started. If you haven't grabbed a drink yet, now's the last chance to grab something before we get started. If you're new here, there's water and soda, sparkling water in the fridge, and there's wine on the sideboard. So grab yourself something quick. How many first-timers do I have here tonight? Oh, yeah. Wow, I still got a lot of hands. Okay, so you regulars, you're going to have to listen to me go through the first-timer spiel. So there's a first of all, the most important thing, there's a bathroom right here to my right, your left, and if you go downstairs, if that one's occupied, you can go downstairs, and there's also another one on the same side of the barn. Just go down the little hallway and make a right, and there's another half bath downstairs. So 2 bathrooms available. There's water, sodas, sparkling water, and beer in the fridge, and there's wine on the sideboard. And obviously, thank you everyone that brought a dish. My gosh, I mean. Yeah. I'm always a little concerned that I don't put enough out, and then you guys all bring a spread, and that looks wonderful over there. What a great spread. Let's see. Tip jar.
Very important.
If you didn't see it when you walked in, there's a tip jar right on the corner of the merch table. The concert's technically free, but we work on donations here, and 100% of whatever you give goes directly to the musicians. The house doesn't take anything. We give everything that we take in to the performers. So if you would, it's...
Yeah. Lady after my own heart.
It's a suggested donation of $25. You can give as little or as much as you want, and I always encourage people. You can give more than 25. You're more than welcome to. This, like I said, this is it's a tough way to make a living, being a full-time musician. My hats off to you, Rupert, all of you guys that provide us with live music and continue to do this for a pittance. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. I've got, before I introduce Rupert, I've got, just so you know, on December, I think it's 6th. December 6th, I have Valeria Stewart is going to be performing here. And Valeria is wonderful, angelic voice, and she's going to be featuring her new music from her new CD, which is original music. She's from Argentina originally, so original Spanish music that she's written. And it's going to be a wonderful concert. And then in January, I have Hiroya Tsukamoto coming back for the third time. Wonderful fingerstyle guitarist. Has won numerous international awards for his fingerstyle guitar playing. And he is also going to offer, for any musicians out here, guitar players, he's going to have a workshop on that day, on that Saturday that he's here from 3 to 5. $40 for the workshop, and he says all you need to know is basic chords, and he's going to take you from there. So that should be a fun experience if we can get enough people to want to participate. For the rest of my shows, I got Haley Neal's coming in February, so check out ArtsbarnMusic.org for the specific dates and times for that. But enough of me talking. Let's get started with Rupert. Rupert is originally from London,
yep.
But now he's been a full-time songwriter since the 90s.
The 1990s, not the not the 1890s.
And studied at Oxford, but now he's a New Yorker, just a New Yorker.
Very cynical.
Very cynical New Yorker.
Nasty.
No. Rupert has got some wonderful music, and I hope he's going to share some from his new release.
Yep.
With the music about some songs about your son.
Afraid so.
Oh, yeah. So you're in for a nice treat tonight. Please welcome Rupert Wates.
Thank you. Thanks so much, everybody. Well, I'd like to say a big, warm, fuzzy thank you to our lovely hosts, Al and Merce, and above all, the dog, because she's the real arbiter of taste in this film, for letting us come into your lovely place here and just trash it. So thank you very much. Thank you all for being here. So you seem like nice people to me. Is that a correct impression? Well, whether you deserve it or not, I'm going to sing you a love song. So this is called "I'm Amazed by Your Love." I don't need the mountains, I don't need the trees, I don't need the splendor of the sun that shines on me, and I don't need the treasures buried out at sea, I don't need the lovely gardens of antiquity. I've traveled far, and all that I've seen left me cold, twisted and scarred, nothing could move in my soul. But I'm amazed by your love when I gaze in your eyes. I hope it stays with me now and all the days of my life. Dreams claw at me in the night, and they whisper of tragedies not yet come to light. We precious times when I'm here by your side, and you are by mine. Out on the road, though you are far from me, everywhere I go, wonder is all that I see. It's better than the mountains, it's better than the trees, it's better than the splendor of the sun that shines on me. It's better than the treasures buried out at sea, better than the lovely gardens of antiquity. I'm amazed by your love when I gaze in your eyes. I hope it stays with me now and all the days of my life. I'm amazed by your love when I gaze in your eyes. I hope it stays with me now and all the days of my life. Thank you. Right. Can you all hear okay, everybody? Nice and clear? Yeah, this is a great room to play in, I must say. It's like a church. So, and it is a church, of course, really. So you may be wondering why I've got these 3 different guitars on the stage here with me. The reason is actually that Al booked a trio for you this evening, and then I showed up at the last minute. So, not to disappoint you, I've got 3 guitars. Now, the real reason is that they're in different tunings, you see. There's nothing more boring than watching a guitar player endlessly retune his or her instrument, so I like to get them ready to go. That's why I always travel with 3 guitars. Okay, so that's enough about the guitars. You may be wondering, who am I? Who is this limey? What's he doing here? Well, I come from London, England, and I heard that Herndon was the place to be on a Saturday night, am I right? Actually, I've been here for about 20 years, not in Herndon, I'm based in New York City. So the name is Rupert, one of those names that says, I don't come from round here. Second name is Wates. So the whole thing reads, Rupert Wates. You can tell what's coming, can't you? Well, what does he wait for? He waits to come back to play ArtsbarnMusic all year long. That's what I've been waiting for. So much of life is waiting. This is a song about waiting. It's called Waiting to Begin. When I was a little boy, the world was like a Christmas toy, life a game that I was sure to win, and I'm waiting to begin. Work hard and get ahead, in time all things will come, they said. That was only so much spin, and I'm waiting to begin. I'm waiting to begin, waiting to begin, still waiting to begin. I'm still waiting to begin. I never crossed the starting line. The race has left me far behind. I'm no longer in my prime. Still the siren voices sing. They're calling from that promised land, stolen from me by some sleight of hand. Life's a shadow of the one that I planned, until I find the real thing. I'm waiting to begin, still waiting to begin, and I'm waiting to begin. I'm still waiting to begin. Days come and go, and all I really know is that I'm slowly getting older. No more time to waste to find the joy in the race. It's already halfway over. Let me do all that I intend. I'm gonna give all that I have to spend. The road is rushing towards the end, but I'm waiting to begin. I'm waiting to begin, still waiting to begin. I'm waiting to begin. I'm still waiting to begin. Thank you. So I told you I wasn't going to do any tuning, didn't I? Not quite true. So now's the time for me to tell you all about my CDs. Now, I'm going to keep mentioning my CDs all night. You may think that to pay $25 at the door is enough, but no. You don't get out of here without buying a CD as well. Maybe not. So my CDs are unusual in that they have a kind of a style and a sound and a theme which binds the songs together in a theoretically organic whole. So that if you download a song here or there on Spotify or Amazon or one of the other streaming platforms, two disadvantageous things happen, at least disadvantageous to me. The first is that you miss the big picture, which is the CD from which that song derives, which gives part of its meaning and significance. And the second thing is that I don't get as much money as I would do if you were to buy the whole CD. Now, my CDs are $15 each, very reasonable it seems to me. $15 for one, $20 for two. And they do have nutritional value. Because if you buy them, I eat. You know, when I first became a musician, I actually weighed about 500 pounds, would you believe? This was about 6 months ago. I said, help me put some flesh on my bones, please, by buying a CD or two or three. So anyway, on my 2022 CD, excuse me, I've got to do with my nail. I've got broken a nail, I'm sorry. Is there a chiropodist in the house, please? You don't often see a man doing his nails, do you? But I'm one of them. Oh dear, what's happened here? Oh dear. Excuse me, everybody. I've got to do some emergency surgery. Oh dear, I don't know how that happened. Sorry, everybody. To make do with this. Well, I've got a broken nail, we'll have to make do with it. So this is one of my songs from my 2022 CD, which is called For the People, based loosely on old English folk stories. And England being an island, a lot of the stories that you read are about the sea. And I then wrote some new songs based loosely upon those stories. A lot of the stories that you read are about the sea. So this is about a mermaid. Hands up who's seen a mermaid recently. No, not at all. I saw a mermaid not long ago, but I had a couple of pints of Guinness beforehand, so maybe she wasn't strictly corporeal. This particular mermaid is trying to get home to her cave under the sea, but she can't do it because the captain of a ship has anchored with his anchor over the mouth of her cave, and she can't get in to feed her children, so she's begging the captain to leave, weigh anchor and leave so she can get home. Maybe a fictional story, but this is the song that I based upon it. This is called Oh Captain. Oh Captain, weigh anchor, I pray, for I may not return home till your anchor be raised. If you like my silvery tail, if you like my bright fishy scales, and my hair much lighter than the breeze, let me show you how thankful I can be. Hear my loved ones calling to me from our home deep under the sea. Draw your anchor from the ocean floor. husband below, he is one of your kind, and his voice is sweeter than wine. I tempted him as I lay on the sand, and that same day he gave me his hand. Now each evening you may hear us sing to the moon and her sister the wind. They will send you common friendly seas if you will grant this favor to me. Oh captain, we anchor, I pray. I beg you, let me go on my way. Have pity on this comely maid, for I may not return home to your anchor. Shall we wait? So I had the DI down there, Alan, if you're interested. I've got to put the DI on. Would you please say thank you to Alan for running the sound this evening, everybody? Al Hodgson. So here's another song with a backdrop of the sea. And before we go any further, I would like to point out to you the brilliance of my songwriting on the next song, just in case you miss it, because the instrumental sections are my attempt to depict musically a stormy ocean. So see if you can close your eyes and see what I mean. It's my song, based loosely on a number of old English folk stories. This is called To the Sea. Can you tell me where my true love lies? What's that to me? What's that to me? Did she pass by on her morning ride? Follow the ribbon to the sea. Were there wildflowers in her chestnut hair? What's that to me? What's that to me? It was for my sake she them did wear. Follow the ribbon to the sea. There she waits on the sun-warmed sands while the waves rise and fall, where the old ruined castle stands and silence gazes from its walls. There she'll watch as the sailors make land, each with treasures galore. They will show her the pearls in their hands that they have brought from distant shores. And in time to come she'll not grow old. What's that to me? What's that to me? For a rusty coin she'll trade her soul. Follow the ribbon to the sea. Tell me where my sweetheart lies. What's that to me? What's that to me? Did you hear her sing as she passed by? Follow the ribbon to the sea. Follow the ribbon to the sea. Follow the ribbon to the sea. Could you hear the sea, or am I just deluding myself? I think it sounds rather... Could you hear the sea? Hands up anybody who heard the sea in that. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So I'd like to give you the title song of the album as I insist on calling it, the CD, which is called For the People. it's really a love song to humanity. I introduce, on the album, I introduce all these folk stories by singing a love song to humanity. The idea behind the title, For the People, I wanted to find some music that would be truly music of the people, for the people, by the people, a phrase which comes from the Gettysburg Address, and probably recognise. And it struck me that folk music was that kind of music. It's truly music that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. So I went back to my own roots in English folk stories, and that was how I created the songs. But at first, as a curtain raiser, I wrote this song, which is really a love song to you all. So this is called For the People. For all the friendship you have given me, for all the kindness you have shown, the days and nights of hospitality I have known, for all the friendship you have given me, for the way you shaped my mind, the days and nights of hospitality we have found. I would give you everything, but it would never be enough. Well, I can only sing these songs for the people with love. And some are near me now and some are far away, and others never send a line. Some are strangers now, tomorrow they'll be friends of mine. And some are comfortable and they have all they need, and some are fighting for their lives. They're all doing what they have to do to survive. Some are cruel as the tiger, and some are gentle as the dove. And I can only sing these songs for the people with love. For the people in pain who are crowding around my door, for the people at war, I sing these songs for you and yours, for all the wounded ones I've met along the way, and any others still to come, for all who ever walked beneath the moon and the sun. While you were all around me, and heaven is so far above, I can only sing these songs for the people with love. I can only sing these songs for the people with love. One of the advantages of playing songs that probably most of you have never heard before is that you don't know when I mess them up. So I totally forgot the words. Nobody noticed. Maybe they didn't. Don't tell anybody, will you? Anyway, so that was cool for the people. So we're going to move on now to my 2023 CD. We're going to move through my CDs. You see, the object being twofold. the CDs themselves have a wonderful kind of organic structure which keeps the songs, flowing together in a pyramidical kind of way. So that if I sing several songs from each CD as we go through the evening, the idea will be that they are like building blocks, building a greater organic whole, you see. That's the artistic justification. The other justification is that I keep reminding you that they're for sale and they're just over there. I'm really a travelling salesman, I'm not a musician at all. So I'd like to give you some songs from my 2023 CD, which is called Elegies, not Allergies, as it was repeatedly called on the radio. Who wants to buy a CD called Allergies? We already have enough of those. So Elegies are love songs with the theme of separation. And the background of this particular song is that I wrote it in Colorado. My main base is New York City, but we have a little cabin in Colorado, in the mountains of Colorado, and I go there in the summer months. I use it as a base for my touring in that part of the country. And it's a great place to write songs because the atmosphere there is wonderfully exhilarating. It's 2 miles high where we are in Colorado, so it goes straight to your head, and if you're not very careful, you start falling in love with everybody you meet. Of course, I have the same experience every time I come through Herndon. I'm already in love with all of you, so anyway, this is a little love song, another one. We're going to get to the cynical stuff later on, I promise. This is about a sunrise, and this is called Like Sunrise. I open my eyes, and the night has gone. The morning light is here, still pale is the dawn, and wet with dew. Before the sky is clear, she's with me then, and she fills my eyes, and she warms my face like sunrise. And I see her again with her deep brown hair and the colorful things she wears. She sings to the birds and makes each one her friend. Then she brings me the songs they share. She's with me then, and she fills my eyes, and she warms my face like sunrise. She's with me there, and she warms my eyes. Then she'll kiss my face like sunrise. She'll kiss my face like sunrise. Thanks, folks. So here's an up-tempo love song from the same CD, which is called Elegies. This is called If I Ran to You. If I called your name, would you feel leave you another song from my 2023 CD, Elegies, and this one is based on a very old English text called La Morte d'Arthur. Hands up anybody here who's read La Morte d'Arthur. Really? I'm a little bit, I'm impressed. That's better than nothing, yeah? It's 1,000 pages long, so it's quite a read. Well, it tells the story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, the story of Camelot and the Knights of the Round Table. And La Morte d'Arthur, of course, means the death of Arthur in French. As you may or may not know, in the 14th century in England, as much French was spoken as English. So it's the basis of the film and stage play Camelot. And in the book, the two lovers are Guinevere, who is the wife of the queen, and Lancelot, who's the great military hero of the book, the Pete Hegseth, if you like, of the book. I shall say no more. They have this very illicit and very adulterous love affair, and really nobody seems to mind. Most of the other characters spend most of their time trying to cover up for them. And really nobody cares about poor old King Arthur, even though he's nominally the hero of the book, and he's the one who is being mercilessly cuckolded by his second-in-command, Lancelot. Anyway, at the end of the book, England has descended into civil war, and King Arthur has died and been shipped off to Avalon, and it's all gone very wrong, and Guinevere retreats to a nunnery to try to cleanse her soul of its adulterous past. And Lancelot shows up there one last time to try to persuade her to come away with him to his castle in Brittany, but he fails. So this is my take, slightly modernised take, on the final scene of La Morte d'Arthur, which is the leave-taking of Lancelot from Guinevere in the nunnery. And I call it Guinevere. Tell a tale full of pain, terrible to see. Guinevere, it is I, never fear, I have come to take you home. It is time, lady mine, to put away your tears. Though all we have loved and all we have known has burned in a funeral bier. Guinevere, we have won, for the sun is still lovely and we are here. Please, I beg thee, tempt me not with fine words. Through your pride are kings and kingdoms all now fallen. Let me be, I beg of thee, say of me that I was to blame. Come not again. Guinevere, well I own, I alone was the one who made you sin. And 'twas I, even I, who would die to save your name. The veil that you wear becomes you ill. I would fain see thee again with your cheeks aflame. Then bring your 5 ladies, sing with your ladies, robe thee in Lincoln green. Guinevere, take my hand, come with me to Brittany and be my queen. To break my sacred vow, please go thou now and live in joy with some fair maiden. Lady dear, never fear, he is gone, the one who was here. Then why, tell me why, are your eyes yet full of tears, Guinevere? Good. Okay. It's time for my Paul McCartney anecdote. Would you like to hear my Paul McCartney anecdote? Yes, yeah. Well, I think that Paul McCartney is actually on tour in the US at the present, and you guys have shown a great deal of discernment in coming to my show rather than Sir Paul's, wherever he may be playing this evening. But anyway, when I lived in London, I worked with a singer called Emma, and she wanted to record some of my songs because she thought that they were a particularly good vehicle for her voice, and she would use them to try to get a record, what we used to call a record contract. In those far-off days, you would take your cassettes, believe it or not, to the offices of the record company, and you'd sit down with them, and they would listen to your cassette, and then they'd say something very rude about it, and you would leave and feel very disappointed and downhearted. That was how it used to work in those days, unless you were very lucky. Anyway, we recorded my songs, Emma and myself, and I thought she did an okay job. I wasn't knocked out by them, but I thought they were good enough. She took them away, and I didn't hear from her for a couple of weeks. Then she called me and said, I've been playing the tapes to people, and they love them. They love them. But you know who really loves them? Paul McCartney. And I said, are there two or three? And she said, no. My mum is Paul McCartney's cousin. So that makes her his second cousin, and she actually does see a lot of him because apparently it's quite a close-knit sort of family. So she actually had played Sir Paul McCartney in my song. And he did love them. Now, the reason I know that he loved them was that I had no idea that she had anything at all to do with Paul McCartney. Her surname wasn't McCartney, and she never mentioned him. So I had no idea she had anything to do with him, so that she had no reason to invent this story about Paul McCartney loving my material, unless he really did. So I can say with confidence to you this evening that Paul McCartney is a fan of mine. How about that? Yep. So I told Emma, will you please tell Sir Paul that I like his songs too? And I think it could work. I didn't tell her to tell him that I prefer John Lennon, always have done, always will do. Anyway, so this is one of the songs that we recorded. This is one of my oldest songs. I wrote this about 30 years ago now, when I was about 2, give or take. But this really is one of my oldest songs. It's a very hopeful song. It's about the way in which the natural world, renews itself after a period of disaster, and also about the ways in which the human heart does the same. The human heart is a very resilient muscle, and we reconstruct ourselves and our strength and happiness after extraordinary periods of disaster. So if you have been through a bad time, whatever it might be, ill health, disappointment, bereavement, sadness, I'm here to tell you that it will pass and the sun will shine again after the rains. So this is called After the Rains. The eagle shakes his feathers dry after the rains are gone, makes his home a wide blue sky after the rains are gone, and colors waiting to amaze are open to the gentle rays of the day to come after the rains are gone. And we will walk in clearer lights after the rains are gone, and we will see with clearer sight after the rains are gone. And when the rain dries on our cheeks to leave us on a mountain peak, then we will hear our vision speak. After the rains are gone, far from the thunder's reach, we'll hear a different song, love calling each to each, and through the mist of joy and pain, the morning bird will sing again, although the night was long. And if no trace of us remains makes her home the wide blue sky. After the rains are gone, after the rains are gone. So we've got one more song to do this half of the show, then we're going to have a little break and have some more booze. And when you come back after the booze, the music will suddenly sound wonderful. So, well, that's that. Thank you for asking. That song and the next song are on an album which is called Chestnuts. The reason I call it Chestnuts is that song and the one that I'm about to play for you are the two most requested songs in my repertoire by those discerning few people who know my material already. They always ask me to play those songs. So I decided last year, in fact, to put them together on one little EP. But you can only get it online. You have to go to my website and then download it from my Bandcamp page, or you can get it on Spotify. It is on all my stuff is on Spotify. It's just the problem with Spotify, as I mentioned, is that you don't get the album. So you miss a lot of the context of the song, the background, but also I don't get any money. It all goes to Mr. Spotify. So you can get all these songs on Spotify if you so choose. Bandcamp is a slightly better deal for artists. Bandcamp, if you know that website. You look up my name and then Bandcamp, and you'll see my wares for sale. Anyway, so this next song also is definitely my most requested song. Several people in America actually now have included this song in their repertoire. Some of my fellow performers, singer-songwriters, are performing this song as part of their set regularly. Have you come across Craig Van Kirk yet, Al? Craig Van Kirk. Well, he'll probably will approach you sooner or later for a gig, I'm sure, because we do a lot of the same gigs. Craig Van Kirk from California. He does a great version of this song. So it's actually based on a true story, and I think that's the reason why it resonates with people so much, because I just couldn't have invented the details. It's about a poor family making their way across America on foot during the days of the Dust Bowl. And when I read the story, it just struck me how much we owe to the women of that period, the mothers, the daughters, sisters, wives, aunts, nieces, sisters-in-law, whoever it was. They just kept the show on the road, and they inspired their men with the faith and the courage that they needed to get through those dark days of the Dust Bowl, Depression, 1932. And let's face it, we need that now more than ever before. So I'd like to say thank you to the strong women of America for, excuse my French, saving our asses so many times with your strength. So this is based on a true story. Concerns a poor family making their way across America during the Dust Bowl. And sounds like a John Steinbeck piece of fiction, but it actually took place for real. And I based the song upon it. And this is called Days of Mercy. Daddy lost his job one day when he wouldn't take a cut in pay. He couldn't find another place, even one that paid him less. So he settled into his easy chair with his dog-eared magazines until the bank took back our house. And my mama only screamed when she was a little girl. She had a dream, she found a pearl hidden in the pocket of her pants, but the pants were full of holes, and when she woke the pearl was gone. And she was only 6 years old. Hold on tight, my mama said, and keep your eyes upon the sun. Put your faith in the road ahead. The days of mercy will surely come. When the world is blown apart in the eye of a hurricane, let strength and courage fill your hearts. Days of mercy will come again. So we sold up all we owned. We headed east in a touring car. We found a place with a plot of land down in windy Arkansas. Daddy worked on the lady's farm, but my mama heard it said he didn't work that lady's fields as much as he worked her bed. So she packed a cardboard case with a single change of clothes and took the baby on her hip and told us all to follow close. And we began the long walk home to the California coast. Hold on tight, my mama said, keep your eyes upon the sun. Put your faith in the road ahead. The days of mercy will surely come. When the world is blown apart in the the eye of a hurricane, let strength and courage fill your hearts. Days of mercy will come again. When I fainted in the heat of the Oklahoma sun, my mama led me to a stream and dipped a cloth to bathe my head. We walked all through New Mexico, and in a migrant workers' camp I learned all there was to know about the kindness of the poor. Although the children dressed in rags, they gave us everything they had. Bags of sweets with ready smiles, fresh tortilla around the fire, in the huts of rusted iron. When the baby started crying, hold on tight, my mama said, keep your eyes upon the sun, put your faith in the road ahead. The days of mercy will surely come when the world is blown apart. In the eye of a hurricane, let strength and courage fill your hearts. Days of mercy will come again. So we finally reached LA. Beside a lake in Lincoln Park, a man was standing all alone, throwing crumbs to feed the ducks. When you gonna take those children home? Asked the man, and my mama said, just to walk 2,000 miles, we'll make it yet with a little luck. And then the man just looked away. He said he guessed his turn had come. He pulled out $2 bills, enough to see us right, for a can of pork and beans and some shelter for the night. Hold on tight, my mama said, keep your eyes upon the sun, put your faith in the road ahead. The days of mercy will surely come when the world is blown apart. In the eye of a hurricane, let strength and courage fill your hearts. Days of mercy will come again. Hold on tight, my mama said, keep your eyes upon the sun, put your faith in the road ahead. The days of mercy will surely come when the world is blown apart. In the eye of a hurricane, let strength and courage fill your hearts. Days of mercy will come again. Hold on tight, my mama said, keep your eyes upon the sun, put your faith in the road ahead. Days of mercy will surely come when the world is blown apart. In the eye of a hurricane, let strength and courage fill your hearts. Days of mercy will come again. Very much. Thank you. So we'll have a little break and see you again in a little while. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Yes.
This right here.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to pretend to be Superman.
Okay, all right.
Tell you my John Renborn fingernail story. Do you know John Renborn?
I do, yes. Can I just...
And Clive Carroll?
I just need to go and sell a CD. I'll be right back.
Catch me later. Catch me later.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. But it is just to get on.
I don't know who Murphy's chocolate fish. I'll take it.
used to do it. Because it's good exposure. But I mean, if you get a million hits on Spotify, you get about $500. Band much better for musicians. When you just get a straight feed when people download it, it's about $1 or something, so it's much better. It's much better. No, I agree. It's very highly compressed and the quality is luckily my audience on my CDs people buy Spotify, so they don't conflict. So that's like broken down right off, which is very handicap. I'm sorry. That's right.
I've already watched it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've got a new one for this later. I'll tell you about it in the second half.
Where do you live in New York?
We live in Columbia. The Upper West Side.
I was in faculty for 1 year.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I just got my doctorate, so my first job for noise research.
That's great. So you know you.
Well, I went to grad school, so I do know. I never know New York.
No, I don't know that. I've been there for 20 years. Well, there you go.
What's watching New York?
It's just, I've always loved the city. Can we go put my chewing gum away somewhere? So I'll be right back.
Hey, Rupert. Hi. How are you? My name's Jo Ormshaw. Nice to meet you. It's great. Al said you were playing tonight, and I thought, I'll come along and see you and say hello. I run an art centre
Oh yes,
down
yes
the
you
road.
do, right, yes,
I
you mentioned that
do.
you're from Wales.
I'm Welsh, I am. Crazy Welsh, already. It sounds lovely.
Well, thank you.
It's really nice.
I'm struggling with, I haven't broken an air, like, it makes a big difference to my playing, but
Yes.
nobody else can notice now.
No, I don't, because I try to learn mandoline. So when they say like, cut off all, anyway, I couldn't, I found it miserable on the street. So I actually play in a session band. I play in a band. So, but this is lovely.
Well, thank you. I'm not playing at my best, but I'll get, I'm just trying to ignore it at the moment. Thank you.
Well, you sound very best to me.
Thank you. You're very kind.
I was sort of sitting there zoning out. So it's ours.
That's ideal. Why shouldn't, if I'd known you were here, I would have dedicated Guinevere to you, because it's a Welsh name.
It's a Welsh name.
Guinevere.
It's funny because I'm doing an Irish festival in a couple of weeks' time. So for Christmas. So do you tour? You tour.
Oh yeah, I tour year round.
Yeah.
I do tour in England occasionally, but the last time I toured in England it was very disappointing, so I didn't.
Yeah, my daughter lives in the UK. I live here, my son lives here. He runs an art centre for George Mason. So we're very tied into the arts, and it's
Well, I mean, I was talking to my musician friends and I got paid $250 for a gig, £250. I thought, I'm used to a lot more than that.
Yes,
but in England, it's kind of, people say, oh, that's good. Really? That's good?
How do you live? Because of the cost of living there.
Well, I suppose it must be generally a low-wage economy, I imagine.
But would you? I've been here same as you, 20 years, and I just think to myself.
Well, we've got a 5-year-old son,
Yeah.
and he's just started at school in New York City. We've had a really good school for him. For his sake alone, we won't stay where we are, but he's got a British passport, he's got two passports as a half.
Yeah.
So we could go back to the UK, but it would be a disaster really, because all my connections are here. Also, I have to start again, and also the UK itself looks to be in a pretty dismal state.
I've got to be honest, I haven't been.
I love the UK, but
Oh yes, I love Wales.
yeah, and I miss it.
I'm actually on board of DC Welsh, so I go to the Chelsea all the time. I go to, yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
in a real mess at the moment, so I'm not sure we'd be really any further forward. Well, I mean, this is it, you see,
I got my citizenship last year just so I could vote to make down
when he was elected the first time, that was when I got my citizenship.
Yeah,
Make sure,
yeah.
But so obviously in America here things are pretty awful, but there's kind of a backswell of opposition developing. Also,
Well, yeah, the last elections, you could see it starting to move again, so, which is good. Yeah.
but also our life is here. It's taking me a long time to get into work. I don't want to walk away from it. If it gets so bad, if there are attacks on the streets, then I think we would go back to the UK. We've got the option.
We've got, we're lucky. Well, I've only got one passport. I haven't applied for my American passport yet, which I need to because I'm going back in March. I'm going back in March and May next year, so I can get out on a British passport, but I can't get back in. I've got to get the American.
I got both. I got both passports.
And do you travel with both?
Yeah, if I'm going to the UK, I'll use my UK passport.
Yeah.
I'll come back to the American one as well.
That's what I thought.
So, but to answer your initial question, I tour mostly in the US. All over.
Well, I'll find out more from my lovely friend Al. Al's wife, Mersha,
Yes.
Mersha hangs out with me. It's only just around the corner.
They mentioned you. They said you were terrible.
I know, I'm horrible. I'm awful.
They said, for God's sake.
Don't engage her in polite conversation.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely meeting you, Rupert. It's lovely. Please excuse me if I don't say for a second. I got up very early this morning. I'm not given to that. And I've just been sorting out a sound problem for one of my other... He's not an artist. He's one of my other folks. And I've got to go back and see him. So it's not...
Don't worry.
It's just, sorry. Yeah, it's great meeting you, Rupert.
thanks everybody. Once again, we're pleased to give a warm thank you to our lovely hosts, Al and Mercer, for enabling us to come together in music. And thank you all for being here. I hope you had a good guzzle of booze and the cakes, which is the real reason you came, I think, isn't it? Not really. So I'm going to give you a little taste of my instrumental repertoire now. What happened was during the height of the COVID pandemic in 2020, when I lost all my live work, and with it about 90% of my income, I sat at home, said to myself, I can do one of two things. I can sit here and feel sorry for myself, or I can try to move forward in some way as a musician using this great gift of time that we've been given. So what I decided to do was to sit still and feel sorry for myself. And nothing changed. No, actually what I really did was to learn a bunch of classical pieces. So I now have an entire classical repertoire, would you believe? About an hour's worth of classical tunes, which I bring out at appropriate times, at appropriate gigs. So I thought I'd give you a little taste of that right now. This is actually a piece by Bach. I always preface it by saying, fear not, his Bach is worse than his bite. Now, you haven't seen anything get the jokes get much worse. So, and this is a Bach piece arranged by Leo Kottke. And then I'm going to go straight into one of my own tunes. It's a medley. So the Bach piece is Jesu, Joy of Man's Desire. And my own piece, which is obviously not a classical piece at all, but who cares? And it's called I'll Never Tire of Looking in Your Eyes.
So I'll continue in that vein for a couple of tunes. Is that all right with you guys? A little bit more than that. Okay. So this is actually a piece by Eric Satie. Anybody here know Eric Satie's music? Eric Satie? French composer, as the name implies, living and working in Paris around the turn of the last century. So this is actually a piano piece which I arranged for guitar. Kind of a creepy piece, but I rather like it. This is called Nocien No. 1 by Eric Satie. folks. So, needless to say, those are available on a CD, and the CD is called Instrumental. So there we are. So I'm going to press on now with my most recent CD, which is called Father to the Man. Father to the Man, and it comprises songs dedicated to a person who was very special in my life, namely Al Hobson. I wish I could say it's true. No, actually, it's my son. My son. Would you believe I have a 5-year-old son? 5 years old. Everybody thinks I'm his granddad, but actually, I'm his dad, and I have the DNA results to prove it. So my son Gabriel was born 5 years ago, March 2020, New York City. Picture the scene, the very height of the pandemic. If he'd been born just a couple of weeks later, I wouldn't have been allowed in the hospital to attend the birth. I told you I wasn't going to tune, didn't I? But I thought I have to tune for this one. So this guitar tuning that I'm using, I might as well tell you a little bit about it. As I'm sure you're all very, very interested, is called Dad Gad. And it has a certain kind of sound to it. You know it, Al? And I chose it for the album, partly because I like the sound, but also because it's called Dad Gad. And I thought, if I'm going to write some songs as a father, I should use Dad Gad. It sounds like a daddy kind of tuning, so there we are. That's the reason for the tuning. A bit of trivia for you. So my son Gabriel likes to wake up far too early in the morning. How many of us have kids here this evening? Anybody not have kids? Okay. So I'm going to exclude you guys from what I'm going to say. No, not really. But kids or grandkids, you know, they tend to wake up when you don't want them to wake up, and they don't go to sleep at the right time either. So my son Gabriel likes to wake up very early in the morning. And this is called Like a Songbird in the Spring. Hey, sleepy eyes, where have you been? On magic pillows soaring up and away. And did your eyes shake off your dream with all the sadness of a cold winter's day? And like a songbird in the spring, try your voice and let it ring. The time will come to spread your wings and fly in the sunlight and the rain. Sometimes with joy, sometimes in pain. There's no answer to. Put on your shoes of blue and red, and in the morning light I'll dance with you. And like a songbird in the dawn, you'll wake the world and blow your horn. So find the song that you the sunlight and the rain. Sometimes with joy, sometimes in pain. And like a songbird in the spring, open your loving heart and sing. The time will come to spread your wings and fly. Good. These guitars come from Belfast, if you're interested.
Belfast, Ireland, all the way from Belfast, Ireland. And they sometimes get a bit out of tune, it's true. How many musicians are there in the room this evening, other than you, Al? All right, because you guys are being very, very critical of my tuning, right? This is the dad-gad tuning stuff. So I want my son Gabriel to follow his own path in life, be his own man, if you like. This is called Nobody's Man But Your Own. The man at the top will pay you in gold to sit at the feet of his throne. Don't pay him in kind, don't give him your soul. Be nobody's man but your own. Day and night, the siren song is telling you what is right and wrong. They'll promise you love, they'll promise the world. If you'll promise them, you'll belong. In your heart and in your bones lies the man you are. No part of him is cast in stone, written in the stars. Slowly then, but surely then, you'll find the long way home. To lead the life and love the life that is truly your own. Day and night, the siren song is telling you what is right and wrong. They'll promise you love, they'll promise the world. If you promise them, you'll belong. The man at the top will pay you in gold to steal what is yours alone. Don't pay him in kind, don't give him your soul. Be nobody's man but your own. How much? Would anybody like to ask some questions or make a considered point or share anything with the audience right now? And anybody has anything to ask me that you'd be interested to hear? The floor is open if you'd like to take advantage. Well, I'll just carry on then, regardless. This is the title song of the album. This is the title song of the album. The album is called Father to the Man, and there is a reason for that. I took the title from a poem by William Wordsworth called I can't remember what the name of the poem is, but the line is, "The child is father of the man. The child is father of the man." And I thought, that's a beautiful line. And the way I interpret that as a parent, I hope I speak for all of us as parents, is that our children, in a sense, parent us. You know what I mean? They force us to grow up, get serious about life. They reawaken in us a sense of the beauty of the world. And they teach us responsibility. Now, these are all things that we're supposed to do for them. Very often it's the other way around. And in a nutshell, I like to say, my son Gabriel, well, he made a man of me rather late in the day. And this particular song, I remember it because I actually wrote this the very weekend, the last time I played here at ArtsbarnMusic. So I thought I'd debut it for you this evening. So this is the title song of the album. This is called Father to the Man.
and build their walls, and it makes no sense at all to me. I never knew which way to go. My ignorance is all I know. I chase the winds where they blow. When I pleased and I was free, then I can see my way more clearly when I lead you by the hand, and you have been the father to the man. I put away the broken toys, the games I played both man and boy, and in a room full of noise I hear a song, and your eyes so very young show me the man I may yet become, even after all I've done so very wrong for so long. And I can see my way more clearly when I lead you by the hand, that you have been the father to the man. I can see my way more clearly when I lead you by the hand, that you have been the father to the man, that you have been the father to the man. Very much. So, those are songs from my most recent CD, which is called Father to the Man. So now I'm going to give you some songs from a CD which I haven't yet been recorded, so you have every excuse not to buy it, because it doesn't exist. But they're going to be, these are some new songs. And you seem like such nice people, I thought I'd try them out in front of you, because it doesn't matter if I get them wrong, at least I hope so. As they're brand new. So I just got back from a tour of the West Coast. I go to the West Coast at least once a year. I like California. I hope nobody here doesn't like California for whatever reason, but I sort of have a lot of good friends out there, and they are very hospitable and generous to me. And for me, they encapsulate the idea of California as we all have always imagined it. Of course, the reality is rather different, but this is a love song to the idea of California, if you like. I made use of an imaginary lady called Candy to try to convey the generosity of the people that I meet there. So this is called Candy from the General Store. On the beach in California, you will meet a friend of mine. She will say her name is Candy, and she'll want to know your sign. She sits dreaming in her rocking chair outside the general store, and she'll be glad to help you find what you're looking for. She wears her silver hair in ponytails, the way she did in convent school. The only lesson that's worth learning is the golden rule. And she tells you she was proud to fight against that dirty war. Nothing else place has ever seemed so clean and pure. Now all the wounded warriors who have never held a gun come in search of healing in the California sun. And Candy's there to welcome them with her flowers and her beads. And she says the deepest skies never bleed. So if you go to California for some peace of mind, you can scatter on the ocean what you don't leave behind. And if you're hungering for something that never has been yours, may you find it there like candy. I hear they give it out like candy. May you find it there like candy from the general store.
I should have mentioned what may have occurred to you was that was also very much a tribute to Joni Mitchell, one of my favourite singer-songwriters, very much in her kind of style. And I think that's forgivable, given that it is about a woman from California, because I associate Joni Mitchell with, the canyon and all those places. But it's very much a steal from Joni Mitchell, I won't deny. Anyway, so I want to continue the theme of California. I hope, as I mentioned, I hope that nobody here, really doesn't like California for whatever reason. But I just got back from a tour over there, and this is kind of a love song to one of my favourite freeways. My favourite freeways, well, I would like to say that the 95 is amongst them, but it just isn't. So my favourite freeway, actually, one of my favourite freeways is number 1 in California. Do you know what I mean? Highway 1 goes up and down the coast, and so I like to drive that particular freeway. So here's a love song to a road, and this is called California 1. Heading out on Highway 1, heading out, say you'll come with me, just you and me. Down the coast she rolls and winds, while the California sunlight shines on the sea. I can feel the mountain breeze, hear it singing through the redwood tree. Well, I can taste the sweet, sweet wine, see the ocean move to its own time. Waves are breaking in the sun, I'm going where the endless rivers run. Oh, how they run on California. While we are standing still, time just advances over those blue, blue hills. Life surely dances. So much we lose and spill, wasting our chances to be free. I can feel a mountain breeze, hear it singing through the redwood tree. question I often ask myself is when I look back on my life, will I feel that I did the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? So often we do the wrong thing. We're only human after all. Was I justified? That's the question. So this is called Justified. Oops. Justified.
Take me home, take me now, from the place where I hid. Take me home, only let me know, was I justified in what I did? Free my hands and free my soul, and you will see me rise and fly. Take me home, only let me know if I was justified in your eyes. That I was old, so much younger then, and I was blinded by pride, and I flew too near the sun again. Was it justified when so many cried? Lay me down and lay me low. Take me now, my time has come. Take me home, only let me know if I was justified in what I'd done. Take me home, take me now, from the place where I hid. Take me home, only let me know, was I justified in what I did? Was I justified in what I did? Was I justified in what I did?
So I'd now like to try out a brand new song, which I only wrote this very week, never done before in front of people, so is that okay with you guys? This is going to be the title song of my new CD. I happen to know the title. I always work from titles of CDs, and the new CD is going to be called Still Lives, and I've only written a couple of songs for it so far. And this is called Still Life. He draws the line upon the canvas and freezes time in paint and turpentine, and by the fire's glow upon her elbow she reclines. Then he portrays a boy in sun
days of flowers, the stolen hours, the game he used to play. And when his hand grows tired each evening, his easel stands alone and pale moonlight, and something moves there. It's something new there, always out of sight. Right. Got through it. Well, you've been a lovely audience. It's been a great pleasure to play for you. Thanks so much for coming out and supporting live music. Please say a big thank you to Al and Mercer for hosting us tonight. Music is the best way that I know to bring people together, and it's all the more important now, as I'm sure you will agree. Very grateful to you for coming out and supporting live music and helping me to stay alive one night longer. But seriously, folks, come back to hear live music, and let's keep music alive for our children and their children. And the way to do that is not to download a track on Spotify. It is either to buy a CD or to come to a live show. So come back to this wonderful space here at ArtsbarnMusic, at any other venue you know where good music is to be heard for a reasonable price. At least I hope you will agree that it was a reasonable price we've all paid this evening. So here's a song for some friends of mine who are going through a hard time. We all go through a hard time from time to time, and it's a song called Prayer. So let's take a moment and think about people we know and love who might be in need of a prayer tonight. There's always too many of them. So this is called Prayer for anybody who doesn't have a prayer tonight. Prayer. Here's to you, here's to me, here's to all we've ever seen, to all to come and all that's been. Here's to all we ever shared, to our fathers and to our heirs, to all people everywhere, when they haven't got a prayer. Here's to the young and here's to the old, to the body and to the soul, to all whose stories are still untold. Here's to the lightness and here's to the weight, to the crooked and to the straight, to all who die too soon or were born too late. Here's to our enemies and here's to our friends, to the river that never ends. Here's to the sinners and to the born again. Here's to the black and here's to the white, to the left and to the right. Here's to the evening and here's to the morning light, coming into sight. To the rich and to the poor, here's to the sea and here's to the shore. Here's to all people everywhere, when they haven't got a prayer, 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 when they haven't got a prayer. Here's to the cop and here's to the priest, to the west and to the east. Here's to all they bring, to the feast. Here's to the lion and here's to the lamb. Here's to the beast in the heart of man. Here's to the house on rock and the house on sand. Here's to the hearts and to the head, to the living and to the dead. Here's to the joy and to the tears we've shed. Here's to the first and here's to the last, to the future and to the past. Here's to all who ever raise their glass. Anytime we asked, to the moon and to the sun, to all we've lost and all we've won. Here's to all people everywhere. When you haven't got a prayer, 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 when you haven't got a prayer. The two guys. Go on for one more. Go on, just one more, guys. Yeah, is that good? Is that okay for you guys? Very, very kind. You're very kind. But I appreciate your support because I've been struggling with my broken finger all night. But I think nobody cared if I didn't care. So that was. You did very kind. You offered to cut my finger off, which I thought was very, and it would solve the problem forever. You only had two fingers. Very useful for insulting people if you have only two fingers. All you have to do is wave at them, and that's. There we are. Well, I'm going to give you a couple. Let me see now. This is little ballads, and this is called "Further Down the Road." So please follow me on Facebook. Go to my website, rupertwatesmusic.com. I come through Virginia very, very often, so I'd love to see you again. Be safe tonight getting home. Be safe always. Look after yourselves, your loved ones and friends. And we'll meet again further down the road. So this is called Further Down the Road. When thorny darkness comes to chill my bones, and when I stumble on the rocks and stones, I see a fire ahead that guides me home, further down the road. And as I walk towards the blaze of light that calls me like a siren day and night, it's always at the very edge of sight. Further down the road, further down the road, gleams the promise of the happiness we're owed. Further down the road, love surely waits there where the fire still glows. When time is closed on all we've done and said, when all that's left of me is dust instead, think only that I've gone some way ahead. And further down the road, further down the road, gleams the promise of the happiness we're owed. Further down the road, offshore there waits there where the fire still glows. When thorny darkness comes to chew your bones, and when you're lost and scared and all alone, I'll light a fire ahead to guide you home. Further down the road, a little further down the road. Thanks so much, Bill. Savina, it's such a lovely audience. We'd love to take you home. I can't take you home, but you can take me home because you can buy a CD. I won't mention it again. But I will give you one more little instrumental piece, if I may. And this is actually by a British composer, English composer, Edward Elgar, one of the very few, universally recognised members of the classical canon. Edward Elgar, who is English. There are very few English classical composers, recognised as being amongst the greats. He's one of them. This is called Nimrod, which in classical mythology is the hunter. And I think that for Elgar, Nimrod was, he stood for the creative spirit, which is always looking for new forms of expression, rather like a hunter, if you like. So this is for all of us, because I'm sure we're all creative in different ways, for all people. This is Nimrod by Edward Elgar. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.